Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be here with you. I want to share with you a new twist on an old story. I know that you've heard this before. Now, how many, by a show of hands, raise your hands. See, that's pretty good. I got you to raise your hands before I told you what it was for. Okay, leave your hands up. How many have heard the story about Goldilocks and the Three Bears? That's really a staple of the diet. If you're a father or a grandfather or a mother or a grandmother, and if you recall that story had kind of a lukewarm ending. It was good for somebody, but it was not good for others. And if you recall, there was the lead character is named Goldilocks, and Goldilocks wanders through the woods and wanders into the house of the bears, and tastes their porridge, and finds one satisfactory and eats it all up, and murks up the other two. Checks out 3 chairs in the living room because she's tired from her trip, and breaks one, and then takes a nap in Baby Bear's bed. And they discover her when they get home, and they chase her out of the house. And so she escapes alive. She escapes alive, but the bears have that feeling of violation. Are you homeowners? Raise your hand if you're homeowners, or if you aspire to be homeowners. You feel that sense of violation, you know, when somebody's been in your house and used your stuff and everything. So let me really relate this to real estate. I'll make it kind of a current issue. Number one, I'd like to introduce you to Goldilocks. This is Goldilocks right here. And I'd like to introduce you to Papa and Mama and Baby Bear. Now, they will have some significance as we go on in our story, because these lead characters, they all have roles in this real estate story. Let's say that Goldilocks is living in a suburb of Cleveland, and it's 2004, and she has a mortgage on a house, and she has a couple of kids, she has a mortgage, she has 2 car payments, and she has a dog in a suburban house around Cleveland. And she's enticed by an offer she sees in the newspaper to sign up for an adjustable rate mortgage, which sounds just like what she needs. Her payments will go down, she'll have some cash, she can put a barbecue in the backyard. She and Burt, her name is in this case Goldie Locks, and Burt Locks, her husband, he is going to put in a deck and put a barbecue back there. So this is all very happy. But something happens that was unexpected. Burt loses his job at the factory. He has to become a part-time security officer at a mall. And that's pretty bad. You know, they start losing their discretionary income, went to 0. Then lo and behold, what do ARMs do? What do adjustable rates mortgage do? What's that first word? First word is what? Adjustable. They adjust from time to time. Well, lo and behold, 2 months after Burt was laid off, their mortgage adjusted. Up $250 a month. They used their credit cards. They became desperate. They fell behind on their mortgage. And that's when Papa Bear, who held the first note, had to foreclose on them. What an awful thing. What a terrible thing. But what could Papa Bear do? He had to have his money, right? Well, it turns out that Papa Bear, like any mortgage lender, can use his fractional banking and can only lend money if he's got it backed by assets. And a non-performing asset, like a house that he can't sell, takes away from his asset pool and makes it possible for him to loan a lot less money. So Papa Bear wants to get rid of that asset. Now Papa Bear is, he's going to fall out of the story now. And we will now go to Mama Bear. Mama Bear is a real estate entrepreneur speculator. And Mama Bear moves into these kind of situations and buys up lots of what are called REOs, real estate owned by banks. This is really a funny story, isn't it? Aren't you getting into it? A little laughter from the crowd? Yes, I thought that you'd enjoy this. Anyway, Mama Bear, you might call her an accumulator. She accumulates properties that are worth more than she paid for them, and she has a plan. She has an exit strategy when she gets into it. And so Mama Bear in this case has a number of baby bears that are ready in her investment club to buy these properties that Mama Bear has picked up at a discount. And this is really going to work cool because everybody's going to make money. The baby bears are going to make money because Mama Bear sells them to them for a pretty low price and gives them the ability to turn the property over very rapidly, and besides that, collect principal and interest in the meantime. And really, the benefit for the community is that the people like Goldilocks who got run out of their houses because they couldn't pay their mortgages, lo and behold, there's going to be low-cost housing available to them in the same neighborhood, and they can buy back in at a fraction of the price that they were paying before. Is that a happy story or what? That's a lot happier than only one winner, you know, in the original story that I told you. So what I want to remind you is that there's an opportunity, and you can be part of a funny story that has to do with Goldie and Burt Locks and the 3 bears. Thank you.